Hello everyone, I'm Cubastic and look what a giant cube I have on my table today. Again a huge puzzle, again super cool, but this time it will differ not in its complexity, but in its, I don't know, spectacularity. Really unusual puzzle, the Gear Cube. We will definitely unpack it now, take a look, review it and try to solve it. So let's unpack the thing. Again, it's called the Gear Cube. Most likely many of you have seen the Gear Cubes, but it was usual size Gear Cubes and this one is so big. Mefferts company produces such puzzles. I don't know what kind of company it is, what kind of puzzles they produce, possibly we will get to know them later. Today we have only one puzzle for review, which is packed very well. First of all, in an unusual way, it's not just a cardboard box, it's very reliable. So the packaging generally includes such plastic ties and, well, you know, a pallet. When goods are sent by vehicle, so like those ones, it looks like a souvenir. Now I have such a stand, I don't know what else I can think up for using it, in general it looks cool and interesting. And a small cardboard box. Okay, done. Now without a box, we can take a closer look, it already begins to walk in my hands, to move. Oh, can you see how cool it looks? I literally turn the edge by a millimeter and it turns in my hands by itself, and the whole cube seems to be alive. Just look at it! I do nearly nothing with it, and it seems to be breathing, just look. But let's talk about the turning a little later. Let's look at how it's constructed first. By the way, you can find similar cubes at the Cubicle.com store. This is a specialized online store with a huge assortment of puzzles and, in particular, any kind of Rubik's cubes. The store has excellent service, a user-friendly website and fast delivery around the globe. Enter my special promo code Cubastic when ordering and get a nice discount, link in the description. Very cool and high quality cube, and the first thing I've noticed is that the stickers are positioned incorrectly here, because the orange and red colors are next to each other. It shouldn't be that way, really. But basically, what's the difference? This is a non-standard puzzle, we don't need to solve it in competition, so it's not a problem. Let's compare it with a standard cube. This cube is 57mm, this is an ordinary Rubik's Speed cube, and now I have this one in my hands. Oh my god, a huge living cube. This is how they look in comparison in size. As you can see, the Gear Cube is much larger. In general, to be honest, this is the first time I will try to solve a Gear Cube. I don't know whether you know how to solve it or not. They say that this is not a very difficult puzzle, but first of all, I would like to check it out. Here I will make one turn, and look, I made the turn with the right edge, and it turned out that the middle edge was rotated by half. And these, what should I call them, edges or corners? What is this after all? They've changed the position. So I will do it again now. I'll turn the right side once, this side was turned halfway, and this, let's say, turned counterclockwise. Okay, I'll continue to rotate further. Here, they changed the position, now they will not duck with their own side, and now everything is a little different. So, as I understand, I need to keep rotating them. And by the way, how many movements do I need to get them back? Now, I suppose I made 1.5 turns, if I'm not mistaken, and this is the picture I got. We need to do another 1.5. 1, 2... Oh no, 3 turns. 3. I made 3 more turns and I got this. Almost a pattern. By the way, let's try to make a pattern on it right now. So we turn this side, now we will turn this one. Will we succeed or not? Again, 1, 2, 3. And here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, huh. Cool! Such a fun! I didn't know if I could succeed or not, but it worked. Looks cool. It turns out each side was used here 6 times. So in the opposite direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, not even 6, I did double turns, so that's gonna be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now slowly, beautifully close to the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an incredible thing. By the way, talking about incredible things, in the next video I prepared an even more difficult challenge with cubes. Subscribe and don't miss it. Damn, well, it rotates really cool, and yet it's very pleasant to touch it, to hold it in hands. That's because the plastic coating is so interesting. I like it. I will try to completely scramble it now and then solve it for the first time in my life. Be sure to write in the comments if you have ever solved such a cube, which has a gear mechanism, very unusual. If yes, then cool. If you haven't, it means that we are on the same page now, because this will be my first solving of this puzzle in general in my life. Although such cubes are considered quite popular, I don't know why I haven't came across one like this before. Even more, it is so large and also such an unusual shape, an unusual system, I would say. The elements are really alive, watch that. I scramble it and I cannot stop. I really like to do this. Oh, it looks scary already. Look how beautiful and scary at the same time. I don't know how to solve it. I don't even know if it makes sense to measure the time or not. Well, we can probably try. Okay, I think that's enough. Like this. Here we go! True, I can't even imagine where to start here, but let's try. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I will try to solve one side, as this is the most logical decision. Oh! I've done a green one quite by accident, take a look. The green corners are already solved. We usually do so in all puzzles. We begin with solving one color. Here it's the center also done, and these two solved. It's not difficult here. And what should I do to complete these small parts? I don't know. But let's try. For some reason it seems to me that I will not solve it today. It's just that the ordinary gear cubes, as far as I understand, there is no... Listen, it didn't even come to its place. Now I can't even make a square out of it and turn. I think I broke something. Okay, as far as I understand, timing is pointless. Now we'll just try to solve it. I really hope that it will work out. I remind you that this video is sponsored by the Cubicle.com store. You know, several minutes have passed since I started solving this puzzle, and so far I just can't figure out how it's done actually. And for some reason it seems to me more and more. It seems to me that it is coming to the logical end by itself, just sooner or later when you turn it. Not everything is as simple as it seems at first glance, but it looks interesting enough. Okay, I probably won't torture you and myself. Anyway, it was a puzzle overview, and a hopeless attempt to solve it. Summing up this video, I want to say that this is one of the most incredible and unusual puzzles that I have held in my hands in my life. Because I managed to cope with the largest Rubik's Cube in the world, I solved it. But this thing, I still have no idea how to bring it into a finished state. Because the mechanism is really complex, it is difficult to understand the solving technique itself. Apparently I need to check some tutorial on YouTube. And you guys comment, what is the most unusual puzzle you've seen in your life? That would be great. This time unfortunately I didn't cope with this puzzle, but I'm sure that someday I will be able to do it. By the way, write in the comments which of you knows how to solve such or similar things, or you can text me on Instagram too. Be sure to subscribe to my Instagram not to miss all the news and other interesting information from me. Well, this video has come to an end, thank you all for watching. I hope that you are not as upset as I am, because the puzzle is really unusual and in some ways it is even more complex than the other difficult puzzles. Well, that was Cubastic. Again, thank you all for watching. Bye everyone and have a good time!